So on page 20 of your grammar packet, we're going to talk about the verbs saber and conocer. Both of these are verbs that mean to know, but we're going to use them in different situations. So the verb saber means to know, but it means to know facts or information, and it also is how we say that we know how to do something. So the know how to do something is going to be saber, and then a verb in the infinitive. Remember, your infinitive is a verb that's not conjugated. The verb conocer also means to know, but it can also be translated as to be familiar with. So we use conocer when we're talking about people or places that we know or places that we're familiar with. So let's take a look at these 6 examples. In number 1, it would be yo sé las palabras de vocabulario. I'm using saber here because I'm talking about facts or information. Notice saber is going to have an irregular yo form. Number 2, nosotros conocemos a nuestra profesora de español. I use conocer here because I'm talking about a person. Number 3, ellos conocen a mis padres. Again, I'm using conocer here because I'm talking about people. Number 4, tú sabes su número de teléfono. I'm using saber because I'm talking about a fact or information. Number 5, ella conoce muy bien Barcelona. I use conocer here because I'm talking about being familiar with or knowing a place. And number 6, usted no sabe hacer la tarea de ciencias. In this case, I'm using saber because I'm talking about knowing how to do something. So on page 21, we're going to talk about conocer and the personal a. The personal a is going to be something that we use in Spanish that we don't have in English. You use the personal a with the verb conocer. You place the personal a after the verb conocer and before a person or a group of people. There's no direct translation for this in English, it's just a sign of. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. In number 1, yo conozco a Josefina. I need the a because it comes before a person, Josefina. Number 2, ella no conoce Madrid. I don't need the a here because I'm not talking about a person. Number 3, nosotros conocemos a los profesores en la escuela. I use the a because I'm talking about people. Number 4, ellos conocen la ciudad de Nueva York. I don't need it because I'm not talking about a person, I'm talking about a place. Number 5, yo no conozco muy bien Boston. Again, I don't need it here because I'm not talking about a person. Here's a couple more examples. Number 6, tú no conoces a mi prima. I use the a because I'm referring to a person. Number 7, él conoce a la novia de su hermano. Again, I'm talking about a person, so I need the a. Number 8, ustedes conocen a mi madre. I use the a because I'm talking about a person. Number 9, tú conoces Europa. Talking about a place, so I don't need to use the a. And then number 10, ellas conocen a los actores famosísimos. I need the a here because I'm talking about a person. In this section that starts on page 22, we're going to talk about the forms of conocer. We're going to focus mostly on the present tense, but the other tenses I want you to be familiar with because they're going to show up later in the year. So my present tense forms of conocer are yo conozco, tú conoces, usted, él, ella conoce, nosotros conocemos, vosotros conocéis, ustedes, ellos, ellas conocen. Couple things. Vosotros is just there so you recognize it. You're not going to be tested or quizzed on it. And then make sure that you circle or highlight the yo form because the yo form in this is irregular. It adds a z into it. So the future tense of conocer is how you say you will know someone or you will become familiar with a place. So the yo form is conoceré, tú conocerás, Usted, él, ella conocerá. Nosotros conoceremos. Vosotros conoceráis. And ustedes, ellos, ellas conocerán. The imperfect tense of conocer is how we would say, I used to know someone. So if you were talking about maybe one of your childhood friends that you are not in touch with anymore. So the yo form is conocía, tú conocías, usted, él, ella conocía, nosotros conocíamos, vosotros conocíais, ustedes, ellos, ellas conocían. So this section is going to look at the forms of saber. And again, we're going to focus on the present tense, but the other tenses are going to come into play later on in the year. So this way you'll be familiar with their forms before we get there. So the present tense conjugations of saber are yo sé, tú sabes, usted, él, ella sabe, nosotros sabemos, vosotros sabéis, ustedes, ellos, ellas saben. So in the yo form, we have an irregularity, just like with conocer. So a couple of things with this. You have to use the accent mark. If you don't use the accent mark, it's a different word. So you're going to lose points on this if you forget to put the accent mark on. So the future tense is going to talk about something that you will know or will know how to do. So the yo form is sabré, tú sabrás, usted, él, ella sabrá, nosotros sabremos, vosotros sabráis, ustedes, ellos, ellas sabrán. So saber in the imperfect tense is going to talk about used to knowing how to do something or used to know some fact or information. So the yo form is sabía, tú sabías, usted, él, ella sabía, nosotros sabíamos, vosotros sabíais, ustedes, ellos, ellas sabían. On page 24 of your grammar packet, we're going to take a look at the verbs conocer and saber in the preterite tense. And in the preterite tense, these verbs have different meanings. They no longer mean to know. So as I just said, saber and conocer change their meaning in the preterite tense. They no longer mean to know. Saber means to find out in the preterite tense. And conocer means to meet for the first time in the preterite. So my forms of saber in the preterite tense are yo supe, tú supiste, usted, él, ella supo, nosotros supimos, vosotros supisteis, ustedes, ellos, ellas supieron. So conocer in the preterite is yo conocí, tú conociste, usted, él, ella conoció, nosotros conocimos, vosotros conocisteis, ustedes, ellos, ellas conocieron.